Welcome back, lovely people. Still on the prayer series. So, prayer is not a religious responsibility, neither is it a religious exercise, as many think it is. Rather, prayer should come from a basic attitude of deep dependence on God. That's what prayer is all about, and this calls for an intimate fellowship with Him at all times. In simple terms, prayer is a relationship, a love relationship with the Father. Look at the man Daniel when he was going through issues with the king. Because he understood that prayer was a relationship, he still gave himself over to prayers 3 times a day. David as well said in so many places in scriptures that he prays 3 times a day. In fact, in Psalm 106, he said that he prayed 7 times a day. So prayer for all should be a constant as far as our Christian walk is concerned in this world. And so let me quickly also talk about the disciples of Jesus. These disciples of Jesus had everything going for them. They had one amazing moment after another. They saw the demonstration of God's power. They saw him say wise words. They saw him had profound answers to questions. They had a lot of miracles happening here and there around them because of Jesus Christ. In fact, his life was a life of the supernatural. And so they saw something quite unusual about Jesus. They ate together, they lived together, they did everything together, yet they saw that there were many outstanding things, about him. In fact, they found out that most times in the midst of busy schedules, he separated himself to the place of prayers. When people were pressurizing him, when there was so much, clamoring for his attention, he never gave in to them. Rather, he gave himself over to prayers. And so for them, the major pointer to the life that they were experiencing with Jesus was his prayer pattern. And one of them at a particular time had to come up to him and say, "Master, teach us to pray. We have found that we have checked, we have done our human evaluation. We have done our, analysis and explanation. And there's a pointer to your prayer life, to the success you're having in ministry, to your prayer life." He says, then teach us how to pray. And so that's why we have what we call the Lord's Prayer, or some call the disciples' prayers today. One of the last commandments of Jesus for us was to watch and pray. Watch and pray. That word watch is from, what a night guard usually does as against what a day guard does. A night guard has to, do his duty with much more vigilance than that of the daytime. And so when Jesus was telling us to watch, it is to pray with so much vigilance, because we actually walk, around with a lot of things and a lot of evil, that we need to be sensitive to. We need to be sensitive to his instructions. We need to know his will, and all that he wants us to do in this life. He says, be vigilant in prayer like that of a night watch. And so today, I'd like to reiterate again that prayer is necessary for the believer. Prayer is vital for our spiritual growth. Prayer for us is an essential. Prayer for us is not optional, guys. Prayer is fundamental to the life of a Christian. Thanks so much for listening. Remain blessed.